Hi, I'm Wonderful Weeaboo.
I'm not for man.
Today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be doing drawing videos. Devin might try to come, but Afro Man might be coming in and drawing a couple things, but if he wants to, I'm going to just be trying to draw these one of four. Yeah, four things. So I'm gonna try to draw four things, and then eventually try to make them my own. Never done this before, like on like video, so it's gonna be a little bit interesting. Okay. Here we're going to try to draw either Piccolo, Mia, Syria, the girl from One Piece. I've never watched One Piece, but I think her design looks good.
Yeah, she's actually a good character.
Yeah.
She's like a mini arc in it. I think it was during the actual part where it didn't get dubbed, but it was close to where it was about to be dubbed. But she is referenced in the actual anime.
It's in Yada. I never drawn Piccolo that much before, so I want to try that out. So, what's your opinion on Piccolo?
Yeah, he's a good father figure in the actual anime, and he could be a better character in DBZ Fighters, but for right now, he's not bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna swig a drink. Tea. I'm gonna try to zoom in on Piccolo's. I think the hard part is trying to zoom in on his face. Like, just to draw his face, because he has big eyebrow muscles. Dang it.
Oh, she's my phone. My bad.
Yeah. Like I have to load to fucking to zoom in.
I don't think your laptop can handle this.
Okay, we're gonna take a little.
I think it's like 3 programs running it right now, and then having these pictures up.
And we're back. We had some technical difficulties. Hopefully, it won't happen again. So notice about Piccolo is that his dang it. His eyes are very boxy in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So let's try to. I'm gonna try to draw this one. At least that, or yeah, because his head's really weird. Yeah. Okay, mechanical pencil. Okay, so he has, because one thing I noticed about Akira Toriyama stuff sometimes is like everybody has the same like jawline, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to do that. So, when I was a kid, I thought the coolest thing about Piccolo was, like, he could take off his clothes and, like, it just, like, makes a dent on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And, like... And, like, that was just, like... Just, like, the idea of weighted clothing sounds awesome. Because that means you're super strong. Like, that you could just move around normally. But, like, you gotta wonder, like, how, they never really animated Piccolo going through a door. Unless the door was really wide.
They rarely animate anybody going through doors, actually.
Yeah, because, like, someone like Piccolo, like, even in Team 4 Star, the abridged series of Dragon Ball, like, in the abridged series, like, Piccolo says, it's gonna be really hard to go through doors with your shoulder pads. Okay, so Piccolo's gonna have a little bit. This is going to be the first drawing of the day, so it's probably not going to be the best. Always remember, like, do your warm-ups first. We did that. I did my warm-ups a little bit, but it's mostly just, like, the circles and lines parts, so... So, I at least want to, like... figure out where... Okay, so for that, like, his turban's gonna be right here, I guess, because it's taking up most of his head size. Because I think his, like, his where the head ends is right here, I think, and the turban begins like when you're wearing a hat.
I think that was just a wrap with just like a little bit of that part just covering up his head. Like, it's just like a very thin weight piece.
Because I think it's very thick. I think the thing is very thick thing because like his head's way smaller than his turban.
Ooh.
But it depends on who's drawing it, right?
Yeah, because the picture that shows on his head actually shows it very differently than the other one. But it might just be just the angle.
And also, to be honest, like sometimes things very inconsistent costume wise, or like Dragon Ball is very inconsistent sometimes. My ass is already falling asleep. Okay, so one of the things, as I said earlier, one of the things I noticed was that Piccolo has... I'm gonna make a pillow for my butt right now. Because usually, I have a very comfortable seat, like I usually sit in. But since like, I have to stretch out my legs. Okay, so where his things will be, like, it'll be his eyes will, like, his eye muscles will exceed his jawline a little bit, as you notice.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay. The manga studio, not the manga studio, the clip studios. Okay, save and recovery. Okay. So his thing, how I see it is like his eyebrows muscles are just gonna exceed, or repeating myself. Yeah, but that's fine. You just have to reiterate sometimes what you know, because unless you make a mistake, right? Okay, so you know the funny thing is, I sometimes draw eyebrow muscles like this, like extremely, like muscular, to further emphasize the eyebrows, in which Piccolo has none.
Yeah.
What would Piccolo with eyebrows look like? I will draw that once I'm done. Okay, so this is a interesting predicament. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna try to figure out where the landmarks are for the face for this, because Piccolo is a very interesting character, and I really thought about drawing before. So, okay, so do you think these are like muscles, or like his exposed muscles, or just how his skin is?
I just thought that's how the skin was.
Yeah. But it does emphasize like his like muscles.
I think the third process was just have his muscles be different than everybody else's because he's not actually a human.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Goku, but he still has human characteristics.
Yeah, because Akira Toriyama like didn't think about, because originally Piccolo was a demon, like but then like because Demon King Piccolo.
Yeah.
And then like they just decided that, like he decided, okay, how about we just make them aliens? I never really drawn that many Dragon Ball characters before, so
If you draw one, you draw all of them then.
yeah. I think the only one I drawn before Piccolo, was Bulma.
Oh, so you've drawn a good chunk of people, actually.
Yeah, I think I just drawn most of the girls in Dragon Ball in that logic.
Yep.
Because once I figure out in my head like how to draw it, like Piccolo, I could probably draw Yamcha, Tien, Goku, and then Gohan.
Well, they all have the same just features. So
yeah, like I think the only ones that are different for me are Krillin and Vegeta, but they still have the same philosophies.
Yes, they all have the same head face. It's just that they are good about changing hairstyles to make them different.
Like Dragon Ball, like for Hall, like the artist is great. Like once you look at his manga, like it's really great. But sometimes he has a hard time with like he has same face syndrome sometimes.
Yes,
but I still love it. Like it's so recognizable, and that's a good thing at least. Yeah. The one thing I don't like about anime sometimes is the triangle noses, because I keep on drawing them, and I have a hard time with noses because I practiced in the anime style a bunch when it comes to noses. And I know you could barely see it, but I know his mouth is gonna be non-existent. Or just gonna have a little bottom lip, a little bit, maybe. Yeah. Okay. It seems I've made one eye different from the other. It's a very common problem. I'm using the mechanical pistol for the sketching. I might change that eventually once I get used to this version of. I recently got Clip Studio Paint, so I don't know the logistics. I'm more used to Manga Studio and how it's done. Even though they're made like by the same people, it's just very new. Like there's very nuanced differences.
Yeah.
And sometimes when it comes to like drawing, sometimes it's one of the greatest assets you have is erasing what you want. Just make the sculpting, the face. No. Okay. Have you heard of Detroit Beyond Human?
Yeah.
Have you seen any gameplay?
I've seen a little bit after when Marcus dies and comes back, and when Kara changes her hair and her clothes. I forget the other guy's name, but that's when he actually goes to the house and...
Connor?
I think it's Connor?
Okay, so like white guy android is Connor.
He's the most updated version of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marcus is the
black one.
The black one. Yeah. Kara is the
she's the repaired one.
Yeah. Right now, like I'm at the part where Marcus like just became a deviant.
Oh, just became a Oh, okay. That's still early in the story, actually.
Oh, because like two best friends play started their not two best friends. Best friends play started their whole shit.
Yeah, because right now the YouTuber I've been looking at has, I think he's at episode 6 or 7 right now, and he does a chapter at a time right now.
Yeah. Because like right now they've done 5 episodes, but the first episode was called episode 0.
Mm-hmm.
And episode 0 was just like them talking about what's gonna happen, like what they think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like because David Cage, as a writer and a video game creator, like just repeats the same things over and over again, and is very poor at it sometimes.
Yep.
And one of the most common is like his dream woman will be just like short hair, brown, brunette lady with high cheekbones.
It's weird. Uh-huh.
Like when it comes to video game characters.
Oh, video game, like an actual woman. Like that's weird. That's some weird cheekbones, but hey, to each your own.
Because it's like. Because it's easy to animate because it has to be short hair. That's why, like, because long hair is a bitch to animate. And it's just annoying because you have to deal with the hair physics. And surprisingly, like, I heard that They're Alive were the pioneers of that shit.
Oh yeah, because they put physics on every body part.
Yeah.
Because they move in their own special way.
Oh yeah, so about the drawing, I'm getting more and more, I'm getting the hang of it more, but it's just like, some of it's just, like, the thing about drawing is just like, the beginning is always the hardest. Like, because anybody can do details. Let me just draw a detail. A fingernail.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But if you don't know, like, how to, like, make the base, like, the strong beginning, if you don't know how to make a strong beginning, then you fail, when you try to add the details in. It's sort of like trying to build a house on shitty foundation.
Yeah, you can still do it, though.
Yeah, it'll still function. It's just like...
It's a trailer park.
Yeah. But we want to make a mansion. Like when we make drawings. At least that's the goal. At least a nice house. Okay, so I've never really drawn elf ears that much before. So it seems to be just a very elongated ear. Oh, let's try it. Let's draw eyebrows. Let's see how that looks. Let's draw thicker ones because it seems to be... I'm going to try to draw Goku's eyebrows, I think. But try to fit them onto Piccolo's face. Okay, let's expand this. That does not look right.
That looks disgusting.
Yeah. I think it doesn't really just like, what has God done? So that's... Yeah, imagine, like, if you try to draw other characters who have eyebrows, like, who don't have eyebrows, try to put eyebrows on. Wonder if, like, that will change the look completely.
So yeah, I think you might have to change the actual whole head structure at that point for anybody that doesn't have eyebrows. That's like putting a nose on Krillin.
Oh, that would be
yes,
that would be weird.
His face is not meant for a nose.
Okay, well, let's try to figure out where. Okay, it ends right there. Okay. I just need to make it sharper. To be honest, I should really learn how to use the shortcuts more with Clip Studio and all that stuff. Because I can easily just make a copy of this and flip it. I just don't know how yet.
Just take your time. You just downloaded it. Well, I think
like a week ago,
yeah.
Actually 3 weeks ago. But you've only did a couple drawings on it so far. Oh, it's saving. Okay, recovery information. Which is a nice system, though. Because that means, like, I'll be able to... Like, I'll be able to have this saved more if I try to save it. Okay. Okay, one of the things I noticed about like Dragon Ball Z sometimes, like I know they still use the same design philosophy, but that they try to draw the top of the cheekbones like this. At least. Okay, let me just try to do it like I remember how to do it. It's not the best version of that, but I didn't really draw cheekbones like that. Yeah, that looks awful. Let's add... Okay, so... Usually the neck's like this a little bit. Oh yeah, like Piccolo never really, like, once he buffs up, he never really trimmed down his, like, muscle design.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he always stayed buff. Because, like, but the funny thing is he's always number 3 in the whole power rankings between...
You know about, like, everybody, or just a certain few?
Like, he's always behind Vegeta and Piccolo, but then Gohan's a thing.
Yeah, it'll be Goku, Vegeta, Gohan. Let's see. Goten, Trunks.
I think Piccolo's stronger than Goten and Trunks.
No, because they can already go. He can already go Super Saiyan. I think 2 when he was a kid. So I usually go with Goten being stronger than Piccolo.
Okay, so one thing I noticed was that the jawline's a little bit different than I thought.
Yeah, then it'll be Piccolo, then Tien, Krillin. No, it'll be Krillin, Tien, Trunks, because going off of writing, Tien dropped off. Granted, he was still training, but still, we never seen him. What he actually did with his training. We saw Krillin most of the time. Unfortunately. And it'll be Yamcha, the very last.
Well, Chaozu is...
I don't consider Chaozu to be a thing. He rarely did anything whatsoever.
I know he's at least like Yamcha's stronger than Chaozu.
So I don't consider him to be really anything. Because really, he's barely did anything in the actual like show.
Yeah.
The only thing he really did was actually just like blow up, and even then, that just really just destroyed Nappa's armor.
Yeah, in Dragon Ball, he slightly did more, but he only like fought against who was it? Krillin?
I think so, yeah.
And the only time, the reason why he won is because I think Krillin won that battle.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that much of it, so I honestly wouldn't know. I totally forgot they actually fought in Dragon Ball. But yeah, if we're on Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, God, I need to watch Dragon Ball again to actually make sure. But this will be still Goku in front. Vegeta was never a thing, so still be Vegeta after Goku.
Because like at the end of Dragon Ball, it was Goku, Piccolo. Like those were the big two.
Mm-hmm.
and then everybody else was, I think, TM was stronger than Yamcha still. So, and then it just goes to Tien, Krillin, Yamcha, Chaozu. I don't know if like Yajirobe was stronger than Yamcha at the time, because Yajirobe had a push for a little bit.
I met both of them together, so that's why I still have Vegeta in the actual lineup.
Oh, I'm thinking like I'm starting with Dragon Ball first.
Because if we had both those together, it would still be Goku and Vegeta still in the forefront because they have Super Saiyan God form now. Even though Piccolo has Nail and Kami in him, he still didn't do that much. I forgot those because he was technically the god at that point, so they got Dende.
Oh yeah, so let me talk about the head wraps. So what I'm doing is just trying to make a couple lines to just try to like depict the things. Keep in mind, like, I always have a hard time with the rough draft because the line work always looks awful when you do the rough draft. And then I come in later on and I just ink it to make the lines cleaner. So back to what you're saying.
It'll still be Goku, Vegeta, still go. If you add both those together, it would change the rest of people. Because even though Gohan trained a lot with Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo, he stopped training a little bit and then got back into training when Super happened. So he wouldn't be third anymore. I might have to give it to Krillin then, because he was the one that's... No, I wouldn't give it to Krillin, no, because he stopped... He became a cop, so... Let's see... Fuck. Damn it, it had to be Goten and Trunks then.
But they never showed up in the Tournament of Power.
That's true, but so they can go Super Saiyan 2 and then fuse together to go Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah.
So originally they have inherent strength out of nowhere. So they would have to be third and fourth, or just combine them to go tanks, and make them just Super Saiyan 3 at that point.
Just have Go Tanks on all the time.
That's what they did for a long time, because I think they're the only ones that actually can hold it longer than Vegeta and Trunks. Not Vegeta and Trunks, sorry. Vegeta and Goku.
Yeah, but wasn't that version of the fusion just a movie thing?
Yeah, no, it was a show thing also.
I'm talking about, like, not the fusion dance. I'm talking about the fusion dance one, not the...
Yeah, I'm saying, they held that longer than Goku and Vegeta. Because I think they can only hold it sustained for 5 minutes. They've sustained it longer than that.
Oh, like, did they do that in Super or Z?
There was a Z. That was the Buu Saga.
Oh.
The saga that everybody wants to forget, but was my favorite one.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh, shit, I forgot about Buu. Fuck.
People forget about Buu.
I forgot that Buu is actually one of the allies now in Super. So yeah, he's actually in the list too, so he would be the fourth one then. Because he's just a ball of destruction that can go off at any time, but is in check with Hercule.
Yeah. I think he didn't show up in the Tournament of Power because of something.
Well, if he would have showed up, he would have almost destroyed a good chunk of people. Yeah.
Because, like, Majin Buu, like the only way he can beat, the only way he can, like, he just reform himself.
Yep.
Constantly. And then you have to think about, I was thinking about Kid Buu. Kid Buu's dead. Oh shit, I actually add the androids too, because they're a part. Oh, I can really just add android 18 and 17 then. Which will be 18 in 5th place. And then 17 will just be dead last.
He really doesn't do that much. And maybe Piccolo in 6th place, I think.
Because Piccolo has to be pretty high up though.
Well, the thing is, like, for the writing and the time he's been on the screen and stuff like that, from what we've seen, he really he does do some stuff. It's just that literally they just kind of just like he's there just to buy time for when Goku gets there.
Yeah, he's mid card, I guess.
He's more, like, granted, everybody is a setup for when Goku gets there, unless Gohan's involved, and then he's kind of just there as a spirit. But honestly, he rarely actually like holds his own when the big bad is there. So that's why I can't put him in the top 5, because literally everybody in the top 5 has done something. No, 6th place will be Gohan. And then then Piccolo will be 7th place. There we go. Yeah, there he is. Then it'll be Tien, Krillin, and Yamcha, and then 17. I don't count 16 because 16 he died off and then came back. I think not in the show, but in the game. I thought, yeah, I think so.
I should look at this for your reference because, like, it's a more detailed version.
Talking about the head?
Yeah, for the head.
Oh.
This is very interesting because I never really drawn this type of cloth before, where it's just like bunches of rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very interesting thing to do. So I'm gonna have to draw the ears. I think we'll try for like if anyone wants to try like draw this their own, like draw the characters their own. I think we'll post it on our Tumblr. We'll on my Tumblr later on, and so you can work at home with this. So you just like work on the same things we are. Maybe do better than me because you probably are more interested in drawing Dragon Ball characters than me. Because I don't think I'm going to be drawing that many Dragon Ball Z characters in my lifetime. I say this now, but that's probably going to be the opposite of what's going to happen. I'm going to actually have to learn how to draw Dragon Ball characters then. Because I just tempted fate.
Damn, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but these elongated ears are tripping me up. Like, because I'm just used to drawing like round ears. Just like, okay, let's just try to draw an ear. Just even then I don't like to draw ears that much. I like to draw them. Sometimes I like to cover them with a little bit of hair. So like when you just see the eyes, like you just have, so you just cover it with just the hair. Sometimes I have a hard time talking and drawing at the same time, but these side profiles and me are not working. I'm a monstrosity. So the earlobes are gonna be a nightmare. And okay, so you may not remember this, but this is called the lasso tool. So you can just easily just move this, and just move the head, which is a really nice tool. In case you want to add more to your drawing.
I was just about to ask, like, why are you doing this? But then you just said it, so like, okay, cool.
Because, like, I was trying to do it on model, but then, like, I didn't realize I changed my mind, like, halfway through it.
You didn't realize you changed your mind?
I didn't realize that I wasn't doing it on model, and I was just trying to make it my own. Because I was trying to figure out how to draw Piccolo himself.
I don't like it. And then your body's like, wait, what? Hold on. We didn't come to an agreement on this. You're on, like, chapter 3. I'm still on chapter 1, sir. Like, no, we're skipping. I'm on chapter 15 now. Get on my level, scrub. Wait, you're me. Never mind.
Okay, so it's going to be... So this is basically just like... I think the whole gimmick of this video is just like the artist is trying to draw something new that they haven't really drawn before. At least try to, like, revisit things they haven't really, and try to challenge themselves. Because I just, this is a character I never thought I'd be drawing ever.
Well, I'm proud of you.
So it's gonna be very difficult because I'm gonna have to draw a lot of cloth. Because one thing I realized that, like, everyone's wearing baggy clothes, so you have to draw all those folds.
$16 Cell.
I'm talking about, like, the Z Fighters. Mostly. When it comes
No, 16's not a Z Fighter. I was about to say, technically he is, but no, he's actually not. He never became a Z Fighter, actually. Neither did 18, actually.
18 just became her own thing.
Yeah, 18 is more or less just like, hey, if my man's fighting, I'll fight too. It's perfectly fine. I just gotta protect him, make sure he doesn't die. We can't let our daughter go on without having a dad. I know this is off topic, but why are fucking Japan's commercials so lit and ours are just fucking boring as hell? Literally, I'm watching an instant ramen commercial from Japan that literally goes from, like, Satanic to Devilman out of nowhere. That was legit as fuck.
It's because they don't get, because they don't have the giving the fuck limiter, like, on them.
God, it looks so lit. I would buy this. At the same time, why are our commercials like this? This is some awesome shit right here. And literally, you don't know what they're actually promoting until, like, the very end. And I love that.
I guess it's because, like, their commercial, like, when people make these commercials, they're trying to, entertain you first and then surprise you with the ad.
They're so good. I know, like, people from Japan are like, oh, this is normal for us. Like, that's not normal for us. This is our commercial. Just literally just people talking and then saying what the product is, and that's it. And we're like, okay, cool. Y'all are literally just like mini, like, fucking shows.
Like 30 seconds and all that shit.
God.
Yeah, the best commercials are the ones that are just like the best commercials are just like solid 30-second like video that has a beginning, middle, and end.
I think the closest we've ever gotten to like actually like a good commercial are like the Sony commercials, but they're not made here. They're made in Japan, I think. Either Japan or like somewhere not here. I know the PS3 commercial was not made in America. The one with the crying baby that had that it was crying and then it had like black eyes. And
are you talking about the creepy commercials?
Yes,
for PS?
the PS3, the Sony creepy commercials for their consoles. I've not seen one normal one for their consoles.
That was back then when PS3 was like had that weird ad campaign where everything had to be creepy and weird.
The PS2 had creepy ones too, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they had really weird ones, which I was just because they were more or less just like action packed and didn't tell you what they're actually promoting until the very end. I guess PS2, I'm like, oh, holy shit, okay, cool. I think the PS1 actually had the most normal one. And not just because it was just a new console that they had, so they couldn't really go all out with it. Hell, even the not the PS4, but it was something. They were running something in between the PS3 and PS4. I think it was just like their online stuff, because it was like all like their mainstream characters came out and were like battling with real people and stuff like that. And I had a spokesperson that was just like punching people out. And that's the only thing I remember from that. It's just like it was Sony characters with real people, and the actual guy that was promoting the actual whatever it was punched somebody out, and then stood up on like rubble and just had his arm stretched out and said Sony. I was like, I don't know what this is, but this looks fucking stupid. I love it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Arnold Schwarzenegger like ads?
In the old ones or the new one?
In Japan.
In Japan, I think I've seen one, and that was it. And that was off like a top 10 like weird commercials and stuff like that. Because I remember his like his California commercials where they were just like, yeah, like we're this or this, and they were like they were saying that they were this, showing off that they were something totally different. Like, oh yeah, we have a lot of board meetings, and they literally just showing a snowboarder and a surfer, and I was like, guys, that's stupid, but I see what y'all are doing, so I can appreciate it.
I think I'm doing pretty good so far trying to draw a Piccolo.
Oh yeah.
It's just like it doesn't look accurate to the style, though. Well, in my high opinion, it like in my like whenever I see like people draw Dragon Ball characters, like unless it looks 100% accurate or at least tries to transform it like to their own style, I sort of have a low opinion of it.
I don't have a low opinion of it. It's their artwork.
Not a low opinion. I think I just see too many bad artworks of Dragon Ball Z characters that I just sort of like prejudge it.
Never prejudge anything.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be prejudged also.
Yeah. Most likely I'm going to be prejudged over this. Like, oh man, you're changing your thing. Your content thing. We want you to just keep on doing your Let's Plays and all that stuff. And that's fine. It's just like I want to do this. I just want to make videos about me trying to get better at drawing, and just trying to figure out where my voice as an artist is. Okay, so the one thing I picked up from this was that it has very thick rolls. Everything has very thick rolls when it comes to like the folds.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm gonna stop with this. Maybe I'll stop right here, where the biceps are, because I think I'm just having fun with this. No, let's just stop right here. We'll just stop. I just want to because let's just make this into a closed study.
Okay.
Like how Dragon Ball draws clothes.
Yes.
Because we spent a good hour, doing this. Yeah, an hour long drawing to how to draw Piccolo.
I might just do this as an hour-long special then. Well, I'm gonna get other stuff ready. So if you wanna just do the outro, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll just do a quick inking and then we'll be done. Okay. Oh, that just looks nasty. Everything just looks nasty. Okay. Maybe it looks a little bit better now. Because that will be here. Okay. Oh, can you get Tai over here to see what he thinks?
Maybe add a little bit.
Okay. Oh yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to try to ink it. And let's use a G pen. Let's see how that goes. And so we don't have to look at the reference anymore. And just have fun with this. Right now it's trying to save, yeah.
Back.
I think I did a good first time for Piccolo.
Yeah.
I think...
You were behind me, you fucker.
Are you just trying to, like... what are you trying to do?
No, my PS4 likes to do this thing sometimes where it will keep ejecting even though there's nothing inside of it. So I gotta figure out how to not let that happen. Because that means that they won't actually read any hard disk. That's what most of my games are, just hard disk.
Mm. Sometimes I like to, if I know I'm gonna play the game a lot, but don't want to like keep a, but sometimes it's sometimes I want to get there's a bunch of things I want to get that doesn't have a hard disk, like
See, I prefer hard disk. I like the actual physical copy of it, but if I can't find it at a hard disk, and it's either just only digital copy only, or they just don't make the disc anymore, then I will get it on digital copy. But physical copy just feels better to me.
Yeah. I think I would like that more, but like but every game I have to put in, like I have to download first, like for the when we first get it.
You still have to do that for digital copy too.
Yeah, but like I don't have to put the disc in like again.
Yeah, I like doing that because I have to do that for the PS2. I had to do it for PS3. I had to do it for my Xbox 360. And I had to do it for a lot of computer games that I used to play on in school. So I'm more or less just get used to that than actually just like buying. And also, if I buy a game and it's not actually what I thought it would, I can't actually get a refund on it on PSN. So it's actually better for me for that reason to actually have the physical copy than anything else.
Hey, Tai Tai.
Yep.
We
Ooh, and down it goes.